They don't have no. That buffet still be open?
And he's not, but you can get like meals made up in the freezer or whatever.
Okay.
Chicken salad, all that stuff. Oh, we starting.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You are now listening to the Vibe Controllers Podcast. Murphy, Cocky McFly, Fifth Child, out here.
What up, everybody? Welcome to the Vibe Controllers Podcast. This is episode 30, which is sponsored by Curvy Chic Boutique. You can check her out on Instagram and Facebook at Curvy Chic LLC. Also, she is having a magnificent event. It is a brunch. What is it? The Chic. I need to say it. The Curvy Chic Brunch. That's it. The Curvy Chic Brunch. March 25th in Brandon, Mississippi. You can check that information out on her page. And yeah. How y'all doing, man? Welcome to the Vibe Controllers Podcast. We out here. I go by the name of Cocky McFly, and that guy over there across the table is Merk B. Wills. Merk, say hey to the people.
Bam, you see me, don't you? Man, what's up, everybody? My name is Merk B. Williams, a.k.a. your auntie man crush Monday, a.k.a. Flatland Ferdinand, a.k.a. the finest comedian on the circuit right now, a.k.a. fuck with a famous nigga. You already know what it is. Hating in that bitch? I feel it. I feel it.
oh man.
Anyway, also, we got a special guest in the building. Our good brother, our good homie, the Good Vibes Ambassador. Y'all give it up for DJ Kujho. Kujho, say hey to the people.
What's going on? Appreciate y'all having me, man. I'm finally here.
Yeah, man, I mean, you got a day off.
He is excited about this.
I am, man.
Man, they got a day off to be up in here.
It's not a. I don't take things like this for granted, man. Like
That's real. Shoot.
Because
You
I'm
sure
telling
know
you,
what
it
to say.
ain't every day you get to be on with somebody that's been on national TV.
This is true.
This
This
is
is
really
true.
a privilege for you.
this is true.
It is.
I appreciate it.
And this is also brought to you by the movie he chose.
Booty Talk.
I don't even know what to say.
I'm on Tubi, bitch.
Man, I ain't looked at it. I did not. I thought Tubi was like subscription based.
No.
I didn't know it
Nah,
free.
yeah, it's free.
Oh,
It's
bro.
free. I
Hey,
wonder how
it-
Tubi get their bread.
Sponsorships.
Mm.
Do all them commercials that you see.
Oh, yeah.
And they know y'all gonna watch it.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna watch it because let me tell you,
I gotta get on there, man.
Tubi got top 10.
You ain't got to.
I'm gonna have to. Because they be talking about this shit on. Oh, can we cut? We can cut, right? Oh,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Make sure.
Shit. Yeah.
Fuck that shit. Let's go.
Man,
All right.
look.
But yeah. So they talk about this shit on TikTok all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
what was it? They were showing some motherfucker was getting in a chokehold, and it was like this big buff motherfucker, and then they cut the scene, and then they go back. It's this little small motherfucker with dreads, but they was playing the same part. Yeah.
It's like it was edited by middle schoolers.
I don't be on TikTok, man. I don't, how that shit works.
This is a great time to just say we are
I'm not on there either. Like it's not.
Yeah, this is a great time
My
to
thing
say,
is
man,
like
we-
you would get on TikTok and you just start scrolling.
Shit.
You can't do this shit.
Fuck TikTok. And them kids. Shit.
Oh.
All right, man. As I stated, this episode is sponsored by Curvy Chic Boutique. We appreciate the love and support, and we got our big homie DJ Kujho in the building. Man,
Homie, what the fuck?
You are
you
older.
older.
are
I'm
older.
a year older than y'all.
shit, that's how long that is. That's a whole year. That means you was pissing and walking by the time we got here.
This is true.
So, so yeah, man. First of all, we appreciate you.
Man, I appreciate y'all having
checking in. So, as we talk like pre-show, man, you been DJing 14 years.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's a long time, man.
It is, man. It don't feel like I've been DJing that long, man. I just literally pulled up some pictures from when I first started DJing.
You look like two different people.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when did it?
That was like my first gig.
So when you went from? Cause what we know you for real.
Yeah, everybody don't know you. We remember you burning CDs.
That's what I was finna say.
Burning
So
CDs.
Man,
and,
I can go-
and
I-
making
I can-
making blends like that mashup Monday. I've been doing that shit.
I can go
for
way,
forever.
way back. I remember that boy preach a sermon.
he
before.
did preach.
Y'all don't remember it.
We really
I
gonna
was
say-
there.
We really,
talking about
we
the-
putting this on there.
The
Well, I mean,
sense
you
of
know,
laughter.
that just means you got some foundation in you.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it is. But just kind of talk about, man, like really how you started, like your history. Because I don't even think I know, like just from a mentorship standpoint, like who it was.
So the way I started, my dad was always into music. You know, he played for James Brown. He played for
Yep.
Otis Redding. He played for Sam Cooke. Anybody that came through on the chitlin circuit, my dad either played bass, drum, or lead guitar with. So I always had a love for music. And I couldn't play. My daughter can play everything that my daddy can play. I can't play shit.
That'd be messed up when it's skip a generation.
But he had a whole bunch of records. So we would just listen. Our one thing I do remember was we would always go down to Sam's. Sam's was on the coast at this time. There was no Sam's in Jackson, no Sam's in Hattiesburg. It was on the coast. Go down there, and he would always give me a big tub of popcorn. And on the way back, we played. I can't remember what album it was, but Isley Brothers spend the night with me tonight, and Rapture, Anita Baker, was always Atlantic Star. Like we would play that, so I started falling in love with the old music. Fast forward to when I get to college, they got me a laptop with a CD burner. And I was one of the only ones that had internet access in my neighborhood.
Yep.
So I would get on Napster, get on, was it Greenwire?
LimeWire.
LimeWire.
I know it was green. All that
LimeWire. I get on LimeWire and I
spamming your damn computer.
It took
All the viruses.
It took 5 days to download an album, but I'd have it at Jones. I went to Jones before I went to USM.
Yep.
And I would have it at Jones and sell CDs. Fast forward to Michael Jackson's passing, I also did mashups and mixes. And the day that he passed, we were at DJ Sweat's house. Me, DJ Sweat, Rob Hollywood, Neil the cameraman. We were there, and I was just making a mix. I made a Michael Jackson mix while he was in the process of converting his CDs over to Serato. So while he was doing that, I was making a mix, and we listening to it, and he was like, "Man, this shit kind of jam." So we was at the Palace that night, and Palace in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, for those that don't know, old school spot over by Cracker Barrel. Anyway, so it was college night. Michael Jackson died. He played. It was a 30, 45-minute mix. He played it twice that night. I think he was getting ready to move somewhere, and that's when it started. He was like, "Man, you need to go ahead and hop on this."
Yeah.
And that was it. That was
The rest is history.
yeah, that was it.
So DJing found you.
Basically, cause honestly, before then, I ended up being a hype man by happenstance. I didn't have no tattoos. I was corporate. I was a.
Yeah, you worked at AT&T.
No, this was before AT&T. Wait a minute, no, this was doing AT&T. Yeah, this was doing AT&T. I was going through a bad time. One of my homegirls, Catrice, was working at the spot called Oasis, which ended up turning into Taste.
Yeah.
So she hit me up. She was like, "Man," she knew I was going through like a little depressed time, and she was like, "Come drink." So I came and drank. We in the bar getting drunk. Sweat hit me up.
Yeah.
She was a bartender. Sweat hit me up.
Come on,
and
get
he was
fucked
like,
up.
He was like, come by the Palace. No, we wasn't at the Palace. It was a spot on 42 where I first started DJing. Is it Empire? I think it was Club Empire. This would have been like 2008. It would have been right after the Hi-Hat Club. So like 07, 08, somewhere around there. So anyway, I get in there. He give me a mic for whatever. God knows why Sweat gave me the mic. And I just started talking shit. He gave me $75 at the end of the night. So I was like, what is it for? He was like, oh man, you did good. So cool. I was like, can I come back?
Right.
So I came back. And so what ended up happening is I ended up being the hype man for DJ Sweat, then DJ Bird. He was the old school DJ.
Which was cool because both of them dope, but they don't talk.
Yeah. So then we had DJ Big Daddy. He was the radio DJ. Then you had DJ Trey Z. He was like the pop college, you know,
Top 40.
top 40 radio
I'm
DJ.
a DJ on campus.
Then you had Trey Z go.
Yeah.
Then you had DJ Goldie from Laurel. He was the hood DJ. So I'm hyping for all these people, learning these different genres of music. That's why I've been able to be booked for 14 years, because I'm not stuck in one box. I can DJ for anyone, anywhere, anytime. So it don't matter. I was one of the craziest events last year I had was, I think it's called, I don't want to mispronounce it, but I think Ganesh Katharki or something.
Oh, that
but
was
anyway,
the,
it was an Indian program.
joint.
And I'm no disrespect to my brothers, but I thought it was a scam because they called me out the blue, and you know you getting all these crazy spam calls. So I'm thinking it was a spam call, and he called me. The English was broken, so it was a little message barrier. So we start emailing.
I would just like you to know that I am making a mental note of all of this, and this will be
it's gonna be a couple.
part of my next stand-up set.
So then
What's the name of it again? I got because I'm gonna try to say
pull it
that.
up. I'll pull it up. So anyway, so we finally get everything booked, and I pull up, and he's like, "Man, come upstairs." I'm like, "Man, this is a scam," because I'm outside of USM. Ain't nobody at this building I'm supposed to be set up at. So I go upstairs, man. They got this whole place laid out, food everywhere, and I was just like, and they had to help me download music because one, I ain't know what I was playing. I don't know if I was playing cuss. I don't know if they were saying shit, damn motherfucker, whatever. But I knew the beat.
Yeah.
And they rocked out, and I was like, oh man, I can DJ for any fucking body. So yeah, I mean that's where the Kujho came from. I like to say I was like the Captain Planet of Hattiesburg DJs, because I learned all that shit from them niggas. So I love them to death though, man.
That's what your name is?
Kujho? No, Kujho means the blessed. I forget what it was.
Kujho actually means something?
Yeah, my mama.
I know it.
The
Hell,
whole
I
time,
thought it
I
was
thought
just
you
that
did
dog
it
that
down.
was eating up them white people. Shit.
I did too.
My mama pulled that shit up one day, man. I was like, this shit really means something for real?
But listen,
The whole time we
shout
been
out to
drinking.
your mom.
Oh, your mom's
Whatever.
already calling you that, like as a nickname.
No. So the ladies of Zeta Phi Beta gave me that name.
Oh.
So my dad was Q at Jackson State, and I started the Sigma Beta chapter that's under Phi Beta Sigma in Hattiesburg.
At Hattiesburg.
Yeah, Hattiesburg High. And so they were like, your line name, they just figured I was gonna pledge something. I ended up becoming one time for the bros, you know, being a Mason, but they thought I was gonna pledge at that time, and they were like, your line name gonna be Kujho. Nobody called me Marcus. Everybody called me Kujho. So it just stuck.
You know, I remember telling my dad is not an Omega, he's a Q dog. Like old school, like
For real.
yeah, like through and through. And I remember being in college, and I was like, yeah, you know, Daddy, the other day, the Sigmas invited me to their informational session. He was like, over my dead body. And that was the end of the conversation.
So
like he didn't even look in my
so-
direction. It was like a read
So me
over
and my
dead
dad,
body.
me and my dad didn't really just like we had time together. My biological dad, my real dad is John Corley, rest in peace. But my biological father, we didn't really just have a lot of time together. But we ended up seeing each other after I started Sigma Beta. So I came to go see him for the summer, and him and my uncle Winifred, he is his line brother. I was knocked out. these motherfuckers picked me up and threw me in the pool.
Because they found out you had them Sigma
I
colors on.
said, man, yeah, I was asleep. I was sleeping in my Sigma Beta shirt, and they threw me in the pool.
Man.
I said, gee.
Like, what you coming in with that shit on for? Like,
I didn't think nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, you know, I'm doing, you know, my organizational thing.
yeah, but you a kid.
Yeah.
And that's right. That's abuse. Like, that's basically abuse as a child.
Why I can't? I promise I looked this shit up several times and I can't even find it no more. I'll find it later.
Yeah, I'm curious to know. But that's interesting though, because I promise you, I showed out the dog. That's just what I thought. I really thought that it was the dog. I thought it was the dog. The dog that killed white people. Sorry, did Kujho kill niggas?
No.
Nope.
He
was racist.
He did have power, so
Was he racist?
I was gonna say by definition he had power. He had power to kill, so yeah, by definition he was racist.
So you don't like white people. DJ, I don't like white people.
I love.
He loves everybody.
I love.
As do the Vab control.
Hey,
Yeah,
and
all
I
inclusive.
was
Thank
gonna
you.
say that's
Shout
another.
out to all the Anglo-Saxon listeners out there.
That is another reason why I've been able to be booked as long as I have, is because I don't discriminate against anyone. If you ride with me, I ride with you.
Yeah.
What you like, what you love, I love it too.
Shout out to Toby.
You have fun.
Shout out to Mayor Toby.
Oh yeah, Mayor Barker has been definitely a big blessing in advancing my career in the city of Hattiesburg.
For sure.
Love my hometown.
You know, a lot of people know you as, you know, the DJ. Like, they just know you as the DJ. But, you know, what I talked about a few minutes ago, man, it's like you really do it all. Like, you do the flyers that you post, like, for your parties, you do the flyers. Like, you do the social media marketing, you do the reels, you do the videos, you do the drone footage. Like, you do it. You do the lights, the lighting for your events,
The banners.
you do the banners for the step and repeats, which I need to know what you got there. You do all of that stuff, which is crazy that you do the lights for, like, he does the lights for the weddings. Like, it's a full service. It's not just like I'm DJ. He here setting up. He got the whole lights, logo, like the light logo, the thing you did for my birthday party.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but that. But yeah, man, it's crazy that you do all of those, and you run sound.
Yep.
For like, how did that stuff happen? On top of, because the DJing is that seems to be like
That's
the
an
bike
nature.
ride.
Yeah,
That's the bike ride.
Yeah.
But like this other
It ain't always
stuff,
been a bike ride,
Yeah,
but yeah,
I
it's
know.
second nature.
But how did that interest come into play, where now you're expanding into these other things that kind of flow into making, now it's like a full service?
Well, the first thing was the thing after DJing was graphic design, and I've always dabbled in graphics. Like my dad and my mom made sure that I had, like I said, I was one of the first kids in my neighborhood with a computer. So I would use, word art with the crazy ass, ugly ass fonts. So I would always do flyers, like my own little flyers. They wouldn't be like anything to promote, but it would be just stuff I would design and print. I always drew. I won a couple of awards in junior high, and maybe my first year in high school. I won a couple of awards for art. So I've always had an artistic element to myself. Graphic design came out of necessity of not being able to afford anyone to make flyers for me. So I just started. I got a bootleg torrent Photoshop, and I pay for my Photoshop every month now. I pay for my Photoshop now, Adobe. I pay for my Photoshop and my Final Cut. But yeah, I got a bootleg version of Photoshop, and really just learned along the way. One thing I've learned the past, it was a quote I heard the past 2 years: you cannot learn how to drive a parked car. I think that's what Steve Harvey said. And so basically, like, just try shit.
Yeah.
Like you never know. Like the drone came out of nowhere. Like I wanted one. Mama surprised me with a drone for Christmas.
Yeah.
And like I had people hitting me, like photographers, a couple of photographers in Hattiesburg, and actually the one this past Saturday, they were like, man, you like a natural with it. Boy Gaines, he was like, man, bro, you really like, not to post anything that's jittery. Like all your stuff look fluid, everything looks level. So it's really just trying stuff, man. Like the graphics just came naturally with being able to do art. Which I need to start back drawing again, but that's another subject for another day. But yeah, being able to do art, just seeing things in my head. Like I have a client hit me up saying I need a logo for this, and I'll go for a walk and it'll just pop in my head what it should look like. And typically I'm like, oh, one take, no they love it and we done. So yeah, the banners and designs, that just came as another selling point. I try to make sure I have multiple streams of income. So that just came from another selling point. I hadn't worked for anyone for 13 years.
Man, that's amazing.
I've been self-employed I've been DJing for 14. AT&T gave me an ultimatum, said you either gonna DJ or you gonna work here. And at the time I was making double, and I wouldn't even I was selling my ass off at AT&T. I was a part-time seller
I remember.
Part-time seller making more than the full-time.
And I worked there too.
Like it got to the point to where I had clients scheduled to do business with me at AT&T. Now I do appreciate AT&T because they taught me how to sell myself.
Yeah.
So I took those same things that they taught me about selling phones, upselling, not taking no for an answer when it can be in another solution to get that yes. And I use that to sell myself and been going ever since.
Let me ask you a question, because like somebody out here is probably listening to this and they're thinking, or at a point in the process where you were as well too, where you had all of these skills, you were DJing and you were doing these flyers and this, that, and the other, but you still were getting up, going to work every day.
Right.
Still going to this 8 to 5, 9 to 5, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
At what point did it click for you to say, all right, I'm about to jump?
It was a sermon. I do not know the Bible verse because I'm not very versed in the Bible, but it says, I take care of the birds and the bees and things like that, and how much more would I take care of you if you pray and worship to me? So I took that and I went with it. I'm like, God got me. It's just that simple. I was like, bruh, I done been through so much shit in my career, but I'm like, man, God got me. This
Because I think a lot of people kind of, and that's good, and then also there's some wisdom in that as well too. Because like you ain't ready till you ready. And B, you got to, you have to be smart about the 9 to 5 as well too. It wasn't like you was out here, on top of the fact that you had a responsibility as well too.
Right.
But you wasn't out here necessarily like blowing the bread or nothing like that. You using that to basically, well, to a certain extent. But because when you're young, you gonna do some stuff.
I did
but
some stupid shit.
you did.
Kids,
you was working to put put the money back into, because this is what's funding.
Oh yeah,
the dream,
I definitely
always
reinvest. I always reinvest.
And I think it's I think that's what falls on a lot of young people. They wanna walk before they crawl.
Oh yeah, no, it's not.
And
It's
they
not
don't understand
overnight.
it. Like it's a process. Like it ain't. As an artist, it ain't nothing wrong with going out there and getting a damn job.
Yeah.
Like it ain't nothing wrong with that at all.
Because the people that you trying to impress either don't know you or don't care.
Say that again.
Like, I mean, and they ain't paying your fucking bills.
And they not paying your bills.
Like, once I learned to validate myself and not worry about what people thought of me, I was able to show the world my true self. I don't have to try to act hard. I don't have to try to put on a facade of something I'm not. I'm me. Either you gonna like me, you can gravitate towards me, either intimidate you or you gonna get the fuck on. Like it's either one or the other. Like there's no in between. So yeah, with young people, and you feel like you don't want to have that look of, oh man, I got 100,000 followers on TikTok. Damn, they just saw me pushing carts at Sam's. So the fuck what? You paying your bills.
Right.
And you reinvest, you take that money and you reinvest in yourself. You will not lose any money investing on yourself, in yourself.
I noticed that a lot of aspects of your past have been like Danielson paint the fence kind of moments, because as you talked about, you know, your experience with AT&T and teaching you, and what you took from that is like, okay, this is how I sell myself, this is how I market myself. Your experience with just making flyers because nobody else, because you said you couldn't afford if somebody would make flyers, and so now you turned it into, okay, now I can do this and I can design logos, I can do full scale marketing. And then I know during the break period, you know, I was asking you about your routine. And it seems like everything that you do, the reason you're able to do it at this level is because you're organized. And then you said you're a marketing major, which a lot of people. I'm not marketing. Excuse me, accounting. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Accounting, and where a lot of people think, oh, accounting means money. It's like, no, it's the art of organization.
Right.
Yep.
So like all this stuff is lining up. Like these experiences are, you know, training you to be who you are today. Even though on the surface it's like, how'd you connect that? But it was.
Yeah, I mean that's, and I'm still not all the way organized. I have consistency in some things, and I mean that's with anybody. Like I'm not a perfect human being. I have organized stuff over there, and this is all disarrayed. But I've learned I can only focus on one thing. So now what I do is I journal. So I'll forget, because I'm about to be 42 years old, so I don't remember a lot. I'm not old, but
Dead part.
yeah. So I try to either journal. If something pops in my head, I either journal it, or I put it on my things to do list on my phone, and I make sure now that things get done in a timely manner. But yeah, definitely routine and organization have definitely been like I guess what paramount is what I want to say in my success.
So let me see. We can go. Okay, I didn't know if we was good on time. All right, so obviously we've touched base on this timeline.
Right.
So you have all this stuff going for you at this particular point. You got the DJ, you got Studio 54. You really got the weddings, you got all of that stuff. So what happens to you to say, okay, I need to, because now we're looking at, because at this time you still owe Marcus.
Right.
So now it's like, now I got to change. Now I got to do a lifestyle change.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because all of this stuff is happening, and I got to be around to make sure that it continues to happen. I continue to build it. So what kind of prompted you to say, okay, I got to start doing better when it comes to my health? Because it basically turned in.
We forgot about that. We got Sweat Camp as well.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, because like that essentially has become a lifestyle change for you now.
Oh yeah. So with working out, there were Phil might know the SP2s, the big heavy ass PV speakers. Used to have to take them upstairs. Fuck that shit. I'm finna start lifting weights. And that's it. One of my homegirls. In 2012, I was inducted into the largest DJ group in the world, the Core DJs. And there was a core model. Her name is Mo Fit. And I asked her. I was like, man, bro, I want to lose a little weight. And
these niggas, boy.
Y'all stupid. So I asked Mo, I was like, man, can you show me some things? And like she basically got weight off me within like 2 months.
Wow. That's
and
amazing.
it was basically what she said to me was, it took years for you to get that weight on.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna take years to get to a body that you want.
Yeah.
So her and then my friends, I don't know if y'all remember Aunt, Brad, Tanner. They were younger than us. But I started working out with them, and then fast forward, I randomly did a fitness class. It was actually the first fitness class I DJ'd for with the Guru of Abs. He came to Hattiesburg.
Oh wow.
So this was 10 years ago, and we ended up being friends. He's been my client ever since. So I do his graphics. I DJ for him. We just came from the Home Depot in Atlanta. The Fitness on the Field. We're doing Essence Festival this July. And that's like a 11-year friendship.
Yeah.
Just off of happenstance of us just being in the same place at the same time in Hattiesburg.
That's amazing, man.
But yeah, fitness came from really getting tired of picking up heavy ass speakers every day. That shit. And then the food just slowly but surely, like I just got tired of like feeling sluggish. Like I think I get on people's nerves because I always have energy. Like especially in the morning, my wife ain't no morning person. So I wake up like, hey, let's go. She's like,
Well, on top of that, you probably got tired of cheating yourself too. Cause like if you working out like
oh yeah,
you
want
doing the
results.
work,
You want the results.
but then you're not eating like you, cause you're not gonna be able to outwork a bad
But then
diet.
the crazy thing is though, like for the first, so I've been lifting weights 10 years. I think it's gonna be 10 this March, or this month. And like the first 6-7 months, 6-7 years, like I would get the weight all the way. Like I went from 229 to 183 in the first year. Started back eating, got right back up to 215. Then got down to about 180. Started eating again. Like it didn't click to me until it was like, fuck that bulking. Keep the weight off. You can build the muscle as long as you lifting and eating right. So.
And then just having a career in nightlife, and of course, the later it gets, the options for anything remotely healthy. Just
So I have-
plummet.
They
So,
do
I have-
not exist.
I have a bag. Oh, especially when you drunk, like you gonna eat. So I still have times where when I get out the club, I'm going to give me some Voodoo Zap chips and a king size cookies and cream Hershey's. Like I don't eat perfect. If I have a dope ass event, I am going to Domino's, get me a large thin crust pizza, and I'm finna eat that whole fucking thing. A thin crust Pacific veggie with bacon, and I'm gonna eat that whole bitch. So I do not eat perfect, people.
Then it's the after effect. Like, yo, I'm still gonna get up in the morning.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna go get it in.
Oh,
It ain't
yeah.
Like, and then you're not consuming that on a regular
Oh,
basis.
no.
It ain't
Right.
like.
And even if I got like a hangover, I promise myself I'm either gonna do yoga or I'm gonna go for a walk.
I'm telling you that you got to sweat that. You got to sweat
Yeah,
it
you
out.
gotta get it out.
You know,
even if I
walks
can't
are
lift.
very like underrated,
Bruh,
Like
I
literally
tell-
just going for a
You
walk.
told
is
me that because you,
super
I tell-
would
I
get
tell
up early and
people-
do that.
I tell people that are having trouble with staying consistent on their fitness journey, just walk. If you want to lose fat, walk.
30 minutes.
Like literally go
30 minutes
outside.
every day.
Just
30 minutes every day. People think you got to do all these stupid ass things that you see on social media. Half these folks are either taking steroids or they got work
about it,
done.
man. What you talking about?
So, first thing is don't compare yourself. Second is walk. You and the thing that it doesn't piss me off, but it's like you know what to do. You know what's good for you. You know what's bad for you. Just do it. I know it's hard,
Yeah.
but would you rather? My dad died at 75 because of congestive heart failure. I tried to get him to change his diet. My mom tried to get him to change his diet. He would drink Cokes every day and just eat. And it's like you can't do that to yourself. And I promise after he passed, I promised myself I was like I will not let my daughters go through what I went through. Or have my mom going through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, give them that burden to have to try to take care of you.
Right.
Because you just didn't, take care of yourself when you could.
Yeah.
Makes all the sense in the world.
So, we talked pre-show about like your daily routine. Like, shit is insane, but it works.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
And I feel it. Again, it's insane. But man, just talk about how important that is, and and I'm sure that's been one of the things that's been successful. Just where you have this system where you repeat the same thing every day before you do anything else, which has allowed you to be successful in what you do, but also being successful just in life, period.
Right.
With the personal stuff, as far as being a husband, being an available father, a friend, like all those things, and then kind of talk about that and how you balance all that to just make sure everything is in place where people get what they need, you get what you need, and the success continues.
The routine is, before I start anything, wake up and pray. I do my yoga. I let my wife have her time until about 6 a.m. I come in, make breakfast for her and my youngest daughter, Angel. Then I get to it. I work out. And people, I get the question all the time. They're like, you are on the go so much when you have time for you. And that is my time for me. So that 3-4 hours outside of one of y'all texting me or my wife and my daughter's texting me, like, that's my focus time. Like, that's my time to think, create, get my day started. And if I don't do it, the day feels off. I do it wherever I go. Like, I don't care if I didn't. Matter of fact, the party tonight, this past Friday with me and Kelly, Mert, I woke up that morning getting ready to go to another event 3 hours away. Before I left, I did my 15 minutes of yoga. At least I make sure that I do something from my list for me every morning.
Got you.
And it just makes things easier. It keeps normalcy. When you have a chaotic life, it gives you chaotic results. When you have a focused and organized life, you get focused and organized results.
That was the nugget right there.
Mine's is my acronym that helps me remember my daily routine when I actually stick to it is FARMS.
Okay.
So it's fitness, artistic, relationship, money, and my spirit.
Gotcha.
And so it's like if I do, even if it's one thing to tend to my farms every day, it's like that keeps me on track.
Yep.
And then journaling.
The journaling has been like crazy. Like I want to say I started journaling. My wife was the one that got me into yoga, and she always tried to get me to write down stuff, and it didn't click until I was listening to Steve Harvey, and he was just talking about how he would write down his goals, and so I started writing down goals last year, and it's like when you put it out there, like when they say write the vision and make it plain, that is some true shit. Because I wish I had my journal. Now, I've been talking about DJing at the Rock or DJing for the school for years. I've talked about it, but I've never written it down.
Yeah.
I actually wrote it down.
And you was at the basketball game.
And I ended up DJing at the basketball game. I actually
Southern Miss Athletics, if you out there listening right now, we got a football season coming up.
And we playing Alcorn. I
Every
got to
day,
DJ.
every day week.
Come on,
I gotta
9-2. We need that.
I got to.
We gonna need that.
But
Because I'm gonna be on the field with my friend.
even to the point to I wrote, I want to make X amount of dollars every time I'm DJing, and I am making X amount of dollars every time I DJ. Like, write that, whatever is in your head, write it down, and also get it into your spirit. Write it down and make sure that you think about it. Earl Nightingale said, "What you think about daily, is gonna come to you, and whether you think you can or you can't, you're right."
Yeah.
So
Okay, confidence. I think about money daily. It don't always come to me.
but are you
Doing the work necessary.
Yes, he is.
what's the you don't work for the money? Well, no. Listen. Provide the AT&T. Provide that little extra.
That land, yeah.
That
land,
yep.
yeah.
Your financial circumstance is in direct proportion to what you provide to the world. So if you want more, you give more.
Maybe
It's a compound effect. It's a compound effect. If you want more, you gotta do more.
Ms. Mayberry said you always gotta give with an open hand, so that the Lord be able to bless you back.
Mm-hmm.
And you receive back what you give. You can't give with a closed hand because you don't be able to receive nothing.
Exactly.
Shout out to Mama Mayberry. So yeah, man, that's real.
But yeah, what you put out in the world, whether it's little or a lot, you gonna get a little or a lot.
That part, good or bad too.
Oh yeah.
And make sure you putting that good energy out there.
That's where Good Vibes Only came from.
Yeah.
I want to say it was 2011, 2012. Anything that could go wrong did go wrong, and I kept speaking it. Tried to commit suicide. Thank God my mom was there. She stopped that immediately. And I started. It was like middle of the night. I want to say 3 o'clock. She left me to make sure I was straight, and I started watching The Secret. It's a movie about positive affirmations and things on Netflix. And it was like, okay, from this moment on, I'm gonna find the good out of every situation. I'm not gonna think negative. I'm gonna have a good day. I'm gonna keep speaking it.
What's dope about that is that when you start manifesting like positivity, your circle end up being the same way too.
Mm-hmm.
And it, because a lot of times when you be in that negative space, a lot of that be about who you associate yourself with too.
Oh yeah. And I thank God for y'all because we
listen,
seen some shit.
Boy, goddamn.
And we still here. Like
I played the field.
Yeah,
I wasn't there.
Let me tell you. Them
then
behind the DJ booth stuff.
man. Golly.
There was nothing but Bible study going on back then.
Hollywood, praise and worship.
We praise and worship.
It sure was.
And we was just lifting our hands.
Hallelujah.
No, walk, worship and praise.
Worshiping.
Worship and praise. That's right.
Oh no, I remember when the DJ booth was in that closet in the taste.
Mm-hmm.
At first, I don't know
With the tent.
With the tent, you couldn't.
With
You
the
could
tent,
see out, but you couldn't
I
see
had
in.
no idea who.
So
that was just
so it was like
stupid.
this. It was like this room.
You been
But
to
it
Johnny
was
T before?
in the upstairs part.
In the upstairs part to the
That
club
DJ
Where
So you
DJ
know how the DJ booth is, where
but
the
it's
MOB
like
is,
a
but it's
tent.
tinted though,
So
so
can't
you
nobody
couldn't
see
see in.
You couldn't see in, but
You
you
could only see out.
Yep.
Like in a police interrogation room. Boy, let me tell you.
On that note, it's time to stop.
Oh man,
That's
there
the
it
end
is. And there it is.
Guys said shut up.
Hey, before we go, man, I want to say rest in peace, Ember. Who I love you, man. I miss you.
Oh, yeah, man.
We will see each other again.
Already.
We ain't gone nowhere yet. This nigga Dread hit the damn keyboard.
no.
That was,
We gone.
Oh, yeah, we gone.
They're
Hey,
finna
no
get
guy
back.
right there.
They're finna get back.
We start telling stories.
Man, don't cut the music off now. It's on.
Keep it on. But yeah, man, we appreciate you pulling up, man. Y'all give it up again for DJ Kujho up in here.
Man, thank y'all for having me so much, man.
Did you
Appreciate
set that
y'all.
bitch
Thank
to
you
a timer?
for being here, man.
That was God.
That was God.
That was Ember was like,
That was Ember
shut
like,
up.
bro, shut up. For real.
Ember said, shut up.
She would do that. Like, for real. Yeah, man, thank y'all so much for tapping in with us. Of course, you can check us out on YouTube, Spotify, and SoundCloud. We are streaming now, episodes 1 through 29. And if you're listening, well, this is Monday we record, but you're going to hear this on Thursday or whatever day you listen. So we appreciate that. Also, again, man, appreciate our sponsor, for this episode, Curvy Chic Boutique. She has her Curvy Chic Business brunch. That is March 25th from 11:30 to 3. Is that correct? 11 to 3. Get there early, get on time. Because we tell you 11:30 to show up at 1. So yeah, y'all check that out at Brandon, Mississippi. You can follow her on Instagram and Facebook. We appreciate your support as well. And again, we do have additional sponsorship opportunities as well. But Marcus, before we go, Kujho. Marcus Cobb. I'm sorry. Kujho.
What's up?
Let the people know how they can tap in with you, where they can find you, what you got coming up. All that good stuff.
You can see me at any club in between Memphis and Gulfport, Mississippi. You find me somewhere. www.kujho.com, Kujho. All social media is DJ Kujho. I appreciate the support over the years. I appreciate your love over the years. Continue to pray for me. Continue to keep the good vibes going. I am the Good Vibe Ambassador signing out.
That part, you didn't get that on a shirt.
With the Good Vibe Ambassador.
You do. Get that on a jersey, all that.
Trust the vibe.
Yeah, trust the vibe. You control it. You trust it. You control it. Huh? Thank you, guys.
And vibrate high.
Already.
All of them.
Yeah, man. So, Merc, what you got coming up this month?
Oh, a lot. Just follow me on all social media, man. At Merc B. Williams. There's a lot going on this month. But yeah, shout out to everybody who booking. Yeah, we out here.
All right. Yeah, again, man, thank y'all so much. This month, you can catch Cocky McFly. I'll be hosting the 7 reunion, 7 studios, 7 all arts cafe, 3+4, 5+2, 1+6. All them names. If you was there, then you know that why it was called a lot of that. Anyway, yeah, we'll be hosting that weekend of March 17th. March 17th is the open mic at the Orchid Jackson. You can follow them on Instagram at the Orchid Jackson and on Facebook. First black-owned and operated bed and breakfast in the city of Jackson. Shout out to Jackson Thomas. Yes, sir. It's nice. You gotta check it out, man. And then on the 18th, we will be in Howlin' Mouse for the wrap-up show, big show. Shout out to the good people at Dr. Nathan Harper Foundation, Raw Forever, my nigga. So yeah, man, we gonna do a big. Y'all come out and support that. Fifth Child performing too.
Yes,
yeah,
Smitty.
Fifth Child, Smitty performing, man. So he gonna be out there. And you can catch me at the end of the month. I'll be hosting live show at the Orchid again with Mirror Got Soul. You can follow Mirror Got Soul on Instagram. Check that out. You can follow me on Instagram, Cocky McFly. I accept you this month. Since it's Women's History Month, I would accept all the women of history. Wow. Yeah. So yeah, man, and of course we are, as always, we are recording live from the BAC,
Blessed Anointed Center. We are here.
Broward Art Center. Make sure you follow them on Instagram and Facebook. Tons of events coming up, and I got something I need to ask you that I want to do here. But we'll talk about that offline, because y'all here, you can think you invited, and you ain't. So yeah, as we like to do every episode, man, before we get up out of here, we like to, leave with a little something, little nugget, just a little something to carry on through the day, the minute, the hour, or whenever you're listening. And of course, we've had several people over the last few weeks drop nuggets, Nubian queens and niggas, and today we got our real nigga dropping a nugget. 20-year real nigga at that. Kujho, it's on you. What's the nugget?
The nugget is just do it. Whatever's on your mind, whatever's on your heart, don't wait till it's the perfect time. There will never be a perfect time. Act. Don't think, act.
You know what? Because I really had been praying about getting in near long DMs, and I think you just
act.
You did.
You never know.
Just solidified
Hey,
it for
I'ma
me.
tell you-
I'm finna
me-
get in them. Baby, I'm coming.
Oh, me and Rob used to have this saying. What's the worst they can tell me?
No. Can't say number yes or no. That's it.
Exactly.
And look, and she a woman scorned right now.
She sure is. Baby, let me heal you. Because I ain't,
I'm
listen.
glad my Celtics still
Cause you
doing
got-
good after that bullshit.
You ain't got nothing to offer me. I ain't got nothing to offer
The
you.
Knicks beat our ass the other night, but
Let me
shit.
just show
Getting
the
bad.
crowd.
Getting bad. Quickly went off though. He went off last night. That's why y'all lost.
Quickly did.
And Tatum kept shooting dumb threes. That's a whole nother story. Yeah, man. Again, bro. Thank you so much for coming, man.
Hey,
We
appreciate
enjoyed, it
y'all,
was
man.
good. Great conversation, man.
Oh,
Yeah. So of course, again, thank y'all for supporting us, tapping in with us. You can check us out on YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud. We streaming, and we got a lot of dope stuff coming up this month and for the remainder of the year. So y'all stay tapped into us. Yeah, Merc.
You already know what it is, man. Y'all stay up, stay blessed, stay free. Y'all share that shit, bro.
I ain't gonna say it.
Come on, you gotta
Waiting
do
on
it.
you.
You gotta do it. You gotta
Two
do it.
fingers up means I'm gonna say it. 2 fingers up means peace to the Saxon chill. Goddamn fuck
Come on,
you, Steven. You got to motherfucking say it. This on you. You know what to say, Marcus? You don't know what to say.
I know it's
All right, you got to say out here, but you got to say it like out here. Oh yeah, nigga. One take. You got to say it. Say it, Steve.
Come on, say it, Steve. Hold on. You gotta end like that. Come on, please say it.
2 fingers up mean peace cause it's sad cause I'm chilling. You got to say it.
I despise your ass.